How you doing, bro?
I'm good, how are you?
Very good, my man. So, bro, let's get into it right now. Like, when did you even come to America? How did your journey start?
So I came to America, I was 17 years old, 5 years ago, maybe a bit more. I came here whenever the whole explosion happened and everything.
In Lebanon, right?
In Lebanon. My dad had to think about ways to save his family. So we had green cards, and then he said, you know what, let me save the family, let me leave everything and then come to the United States. We came here, it was hard, we had a lot of help from families, but at one point, the families that they need their own space, right?
Yeah.
It was hard to be in the same house. We were 9 people in the same house,
Yeah.
and I didn't go to school. I didn't do anything. Let me find jobs. I started soccer camp. I started Academy USA, a basketball gym. I started working in a restaurant. I started DJing at night. I started even going to the trash in the basketball gym, taking the bottles and recycling them so I can make the money.
Yeah.
So this happened for years, for like a good 1 year, 2 years. And then finally, we were able to get the first house. We got the first house, and it was hard to get the money. Mm-hmm. I had to think, my dad is old, my mom is old, and I need to figure out a way to get out of this whole situation. It was a chaos. Everything was on my back. I need to think, what can I do, you know? And then at that day, business online was crazy.
It was popping off.
Popping. Let me see what I can sell. I didn't know anything. TikTok, I didn't even have a phone. I had an iPhone 8 without the data, without the SIM card. I came here. I thought about, okay, online business, what can I sell? What people are most interested in? Sports, makeup, skincare, one by one. I ended up doing all 3 of them. I failed.
Mm-hmm. Why did you fail? What was the reasons that you failed?
I didn't know what I was doing. I knew the concept. I knew what I was supposed to do, the website, get the product, take pictures, but I didn't know any strategies. I thought to myself, oh, I'm down money now. I had only $500. Like, I didn't have crazy amount of money. And then I thought, what kind of money I can make where I don't lose money. I can either make it up or gain money.
So not a lot of risk.
Not a lot of risk at all. Cars. I thought cars, okay, what people drive, I saw around, I used to go on runs, walks with my notebook and write down. It was so funny, but there was Lambos and stuff. I wanted to go straight to Lambos, but my dad told me, bro, what you're flying in the air. I said, oh, one day it's gonna happen, watch. So I bought my first Toyota. Mm-hmm. It took me 1 year to sell it. After that year, I figured out how to sell it. I started selling back-to-back cars.
So you were reselling cars?
Reselling cars. Till now, I still do that.
How do you fix them? Do you repair them, or you just get it and sell it?
Before, I was fixing it. I knew nothing about cars. I was, okay, how can I fix the AC? Go on YouTube, how to fix AC in Toyota. I used to fix it and sell it. I knew I never lost money in that business. I learned. It's either I got the money that I paid or I gained money.
What's the most applicable lesson that you learned that you use basically for other stuff?
To think before, to study, to research before doing anything. That's 100%. 100%. I did a lot of mistakes. I went into a lot of businesses where I knew nothing about the product, the thing, anything. I went straight into it and I had to figure it out all. I failed. It's okay. Mm-hmm. I did car business. I was like, okay, now I have time. I figured out how to sell cars. Let me start somewhere else. I started videographing for real estates. This is where I got my camera and stuff I was telling you about. It failed. No one was looking for real estate. I bought the cameras, the lenses. I lost all that money, the website, everything. No one was searching for a real estate videographer. Anyways, I kept that away. I thought to myself, I need to make something that comes from my past, which it's All Mode, my clothing brand. This where I came from nothing, where I had to work through whenever I was depressed, sad, happy, hungry, every kind of mood I was in, I had to work through it, and that's the reason why I became the person I am right now through all the challenges and everything. Yeah.
So with your businesses, you said like the car business, it failed.
Yeah. No, the car business, it's succeeded.
Still going,
till now.
okay.
Yeah.
You're still doing it.
I still do it.
What's like the biggest car that you've done, like the biggest flip?
The biggest flip, I made competition, and I kept going. I don't like yet to take risks, big cars, expensive luxury, because I'm still learning. There's always places to learn, right?
Yeah.
I'm still learning. So now it succeeded. Now I can think of something, okay, what's higher than an M8? Not a Ferrari, Lambo yet, you know? Something close to like a small like Porsche. Nothing too expensive, nothing too cheap, you know? And this is, you just go step by step. You don't climb the ladder all the way up, you will fall. Yeah. So this one lesson also I learned.
So I want to go back to the part when you just came to America.
Yeah.
Let's just say the first couple months that you were in America, what was the first thing you noticed? With the cultural difference, with the mindset difference?
Bro, everything here was absolutely horrible. The only thing I liked here was In-N-Out, to be honest.
That's crazy.
No, I came here, the only person I had next to me was my cousin and my family. Other than that, I had no one.
Yeah.
I had to build it up by myself. And I had a really heavy accent. So every time I used to talk, everyone was making fun of me. You know? So it was hard making friends until I started making more friends and more connections, and my English got better. And I'm here with you right now.
You were saying you got to work as a team.
As a team, of course.
Yeah, because if like 10 people are working on a project, you have like 10 brains working on the same thing, 10 times the speed, 10 times
I
the
have
ideas.
an idea, you give me a better idea. Now we work on your idea. Let's say this Steve will add an idea to your idea. Boom. That's $1 billion idea. But you want friends like that. Here in this country, you have friends that you go hang out with, all they want to do is clown around. They don't want to share ideas. I share my ideas. If I see someone clowning on me, on my ideas, and they don't want to take it serious, I don't want to be your friend. I'm so sorry. That's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people, I feel like if someone is a real friend, they're gonna give you ideas to improve in anything. They're not gonna clown on you what you're doing. Like, I don't see, why would you clown on somebody that they're trying to do something, It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but this all goes where, because everyone here is comfortable in this world. Their dads give their kids everything they want. My dad didn't give me a penny. He just taught me to be disciplined. He taught me discipline and life lessons. Here, I see 16-year-old kids driving Lambos, bro. You know how much this pissed me off? It's not because I can't afford it. It's because you know nothing. You don't know the worth of this Lambo. Mm-hmm. You don't know how much work it took for this Lambo. And then you sit down, you're driving the Lambo, Instagram, look at this, look at that. Okay, my question is, and God forbid if anything happens to your dad or the provider, right? How are you gonna be able to maintain the Lambo if you didn't learn from your dad the most important stuff? This is the way I think, right?
The foundation is the principle.
The foundation. If your dad gives you everything and you don't learn, if anything bad happens, how are you gonna maintain it?
That's true.
Right? Well, at the end of the day, all of that money is gonna go away, and then you're gonna start your life again, learn again. Instead of learning from the best of the best, your own father, you wanna mess around driving the Lambos, do accident, and ask dad for another car. This is how this country is.
Like a lot of the times, especially like people from third world countries, like most of the times you need to change. Like It's not like, I kind of want to this, like I have an idea. You need to, because over here it's like when you don't have the need, you're not going to change.
You're never going to change. You see, with me, I never had a choice. You know, the dice, I had to throw a 6. If I missed, I would have messed up my whole life. I had to. Here, they don't have that choice. They're comfortable sitting leg on top of the leg. This is, whenever I talk about this topic, I get enraged. I get pissed off, and I'm always pissed off. That's the only way I work, by the way. They get everything they want, and then they show off to the elderly that, look, I'm a 16-year-old driving this kind of car. The first priority, this is what I say. Get your priorities straight. The dream is not the Lambo. The dream is getting your mom healthy, leaving your mom and your parents staying healthy. If anything happens in the hospital or with your parents, you're gonna be able to pay it off. That's the dream. That's what you should be doing. Not spending all of your money on a Lambo or taking pictures of a Lambo. You should be worried about your own parents. This is the reality. Everyone, unfortunately, they're gonna pass away someday.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
If you're not gonna take action right now, when are you gonna take it? Whenever they're not here?
Doesn't matter.
If you start now, imagine how easier it is whenever it's the last second and you can pay it off. This is true happiness, where you're able to pay it off and make your parents healthy. I don't see that here. I never see that here.
Why do you think that is? Is it just because of the comfort, or you think nobody thinks like collectively? It's just, me first, then the family.
Well, here they get influenced really fast. Social media, right? They see someone smoking on social media. Next thing you know, a 14-year-old is smoking. You see someone driving a Lambo. Next thing you know, he begged his dad for a Lambo. You see girls, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna talk about that topic, but I have to say it. Girls say like they see something on social media and that's what they become, because everything they do is social media.
They're much more gullible. Like, I think everybody, like especially in their younger age, like you're susceptible to like programming that may not be the best for you.
Not for it. It's stuck inside a box, and whenever you're stuck inside deep, you cannot get out of it. I'm not gonna say that I'm very addicted to my phone. I'm 24/7 on my phone, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, whatever. But I'm not scrolling, looking at dumbasses dancing. I'm scrolling to see what I'm gonna post next. I'm posting, I'm working, I'm texting, I'm getting ideas left and right. Now there's something called, what is it called, if you can help me out please, where they cannot focus anymore.
Lack of attention span?
Exactly. They sit down, hey Ari, this is what you have to do, this is how you make money. All you have to do is this. Boom, I put it in front of you, just send those emails. Bro, it's in front of you. I'm teaching you how to make money. I'm teaching you, I'm showing you. They're on their phones, scrolling. It's in front of you, you're on the phone, like that.
What's that quote that they say, you can take the horse to the river to drink water, but you cannot force it,
to drink water. Wow.
You cannot force it.
Like, it's right there. It's so bad. Like, with me, in Lebanon, my dad used to whoop my ass. There's no such thing as rights in Lebanon. Yes sir, no sir. I did something wrong, I got my ass whooped. I used to play video games. My dad used to come home. What are you doing? Putting your head on that screen. Oh, I'm playing video games with my friends. Give me the controller, give me the PS4. Throw it away. I put you in MMA, I put you in soccer and basketball. I became professional in soccer, broke my hip, became professional in basketball, broke my ankle. By the same time, I was professional MMA. I was world champion in Lebanon, and then I came here. Now I'm fighting May 10. I'm gonna become soon the world champion as well.
Which sport?
Amateur boxing.
Only boxing?
Right now boxing, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be finally a new amateur world champion. And
Then the next level, the next level,
the next level, the next level. I only do it because it's hard. You know, I don't have to do it. It's something that not anyone can do it.
Nobody has to do it. It's just, you know, that desire to challenge yourself, the desire to face experiences.
It's so crazy, right? Whenever I'm in the ring, I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm scared because you're getting punched, right? But then when you're in the ring, you don't have a choice. If he's coming to you, what, I run away? No, you have to fight back. And there's a lesson I learned about boxing. You only get tired whenever you're losing. Whenever you're getting hit, that's where you get tired. But you don't get tired whenever you're hitting the good shots. Just like life. You're only tired whenever you're not doing good, you're going down. All you have to do is push through that and watch. Whenever you win, you don't get tired. I don't sleep. I woke up today 3:30. I don't sleep because whenever you're winning, it's constant winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one thing I suggest everyone to start, like some sort of martial arts, to know how to protect themselves, to know the fundamentals at least, you know? Yeah.
So with martial arts in general, do you think, like, because I know there's like a huge community of fit gyms, especially like just weightlifting, and I've been there, and I feel like after a certain threshold, the benefits for me, like, it doesn't really mean that much. It doesn't change your life. Like benching another 100 pounds after, like, I don't know, 250, 300, 350, whatever, like, it doesn't make a huge difference. You don't gain anything. Like, you just may get like a bit bigger, right? Especially if you're a natural. But if you like change that, you know, training and energy and focus to, let's just say, martial arts, you gain something, a skill that's transferable to anywhere. You can protect yourself. Yeah, exactly. You can use that, protect your friends, family, everybody, yourself. And it's like the confidence that you get, that's just the most important thing.
I cannot have friends that don't fight. Like my friends that came with me, if they don't fight, I cannot be friends. It's weakness. You cannot fight, it's weakness. You know? Yeah, I was gonna say something. I never cared also about those 100 pounds more bench pressing. Yeah. How much do you bench? 400, 500 pounds, good for you, bro. You know, you're slow to me. Like, this is the way I think. I want to be fast. I can be big, but the whole thing is to be fit and move fast.
Yeah.
I come from the streets, that's why. Like Lebanon, it was all the streets. Like anything bad, I cannot be slow. I need to move around. You know, this is where I come from, and I've actually got like an experience with it.
Yeah.
I was like 3-4 years ago. I was in downtown USC. For no reason, someone comes to me. If I didn't hear him, I would have gotten stabbed. For no reason. Only because he wants my watch. If I didn't hear him, I moved. I got scarred here. I moved, the knife came here. I got so lucky. And then I ran away. I didn't even fight.
No, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. I can fight it, but at the moment with the adrenaline, all you want to do is fight and get yourself fixed up, you know?
The instincts stay. The instincts stay.
Yeah. No, if I fight, but the thing is, the way I think is, I can fight 100 people at the same time. If I think that's the highest possible chance able to win.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Absolutely.
If whatever you tell yourself, it will happen. If I tell myself, hey, I'm gonna lose, that's what's gonna happen. If you tell yourself, hey, I'm stronger than this guy, you're gonna end up being stronger than this guy. Obviously by training, not sitting down like a fucking bimbo, you know? Fucking dumbasses, like how everyone is.
Yeah.
They all sit down. I'm not talking about the people that don't work out, you know? That they're not disciplined. I'm talking about people that are lazy, fucking doing nothing in their lives. All they want to do is show off their fucking watch that they didn't work at, that everything else, you know? Fucking skinny too. Yeah.
I think, yeah, those hard work principles and the principles of you just showing up and earning what you actually want or earning what you actually have in your life, that's what gives you the pleasure. That gives you the fulfillment. I think, let's just say someone it can be fitness, cars, house. It feels better to drive, let's just say, a car, let's just say it's, I don't know, 50,000, but you bought it, than a car that was given to you that's 500,000.
Of course.
You earned that. Or same with the house. You earned that. The lessons that you absorbed through like going through all those challenges, that was way more valuable than someone giving it to you.
Easily. The hardest thing is the first 100,000. Whenever you buy your first car, now you know how to buy another car. If you buy a car for 50,000, you know how to make that 50,000.
Yeah.
You know? But it's so crazy. You were talking about everything is given. You know, you were saying that being fit and everything it feels good, right? Imagine you're driving a Lamborghini that you paid it and you're fit and strong and tall and everything, but you go see around you all the millionaires. I went and I saw it with my eyes. I went on a dinner. I was the only fit one, and I'm the youngest one there. They're all millionaires, fat. All they have diabetes and everything. Is that the life you want to live? And they spoil their kids. Is that the life you want to live? My kids are gonna suffer so much. Everyone, they have to be in MMA. You're gonna see in the UFC, Jeremy's, everyone. That's how it is. I never had a choice. My sons, they never had a choice. Mm-hmm. They will not have a choice either. This is how it is.
I see. So, and you mentioned that you went to like a dinner and then they weren't fit. And I feel like that's one aspect of life that, you said they can improve, right? But I feel like especially in our communities, like, Middle Eastern, Armenian, we have this huge emphasis on, showing off.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times it comes with the detriment of suffering from within and living inauthentically, that you are not necessarily, that's not even the life you want. You're just trying to protect an image to come off a certain way, but you're miserable. And a lot of people get into marriages because of this. They, buy things like, cars, houses that they are struggling to pay off, but it just, creates a certain image of success, right? And, success is like a very different word for different people, like what is success to you? My success or your success isn't the same as someone else that's over there,
Their insecurities, like example, this guy is fat and ugly and whatever, he hides it by wearing a full-on like Gucci suit or whatever, right? We don't need to wear Gucci, regular t-shirt, and we look better. It's so mundane how people look at other people, and then or that's the best thing. You have health issues. Why don't you want to think of getting yourself better?
Yeah.
Even 14 years of age. When I was 14, I used to run a whole mountain by myself. They're smoking vapes at 14.
Unfortunately.
They're smoking vapes, bro. What is that?
Again, it comes down to, being affected by other people's opinions and trying to like impress other people. Because you said you came here like later than me. Like I came here when I was 14. Like I was going to the restroom. Kids are smoking like crazy stuff just to be a part of a certain group that they wanted to be fit in or to be friends with some people, and it just harms them, but they don't realize it. And it's crazy because that little mindset carries to 20s, 30s, 40s, that I've seen people around me, like, people slightly further away from me, that they are living to basically protect an image for other people. It's just an image, but like they're miserable inside,
That's how you're miserable, because you care what other people think.
A slave, basically.
If I care what other people think, I wouldn't be the person who I am right now. How I overcame that thing, you're gonna laugh. I went in public and I started yelling, me and my friends, yelling out loud. Mm-hmm. Everyone looks at me for 2 seconds and they continue what they're doing. No one cares.
Nobody cares.
You think you're cool smoking a vape. If a kid smokes a vape in front of me, I don't care. I'd rather be in jail. I will slap him. I don't care. If I find anyone, right, maybe you can smoke if you achieve something in life. This is what I believe, I don't believe you're in school doing nothing. You have a lot of potential smoking.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I used to go running to school. You're smoking. I used to go running where there's ammo on top of me, like flying bullets and bombs and stuff. You're smoking. What is that? Come on.
Yeah, those choices over time, it's like accumulates. Like you can make the right choice and it accumulates. You get into a certain trajectory, or you can make the wrong choice and get onto a certain trajectory.
That's right. But I also believe it's the parents' fault. The way you raise your children. Now, I'm not saying anything bad, but this is where I come from. The way you raise your children, this is what they're gonna be. If you're okay, if you don't say anything, if you're not nosy, like example, my mom is very nosy.
Yeah.
Right? I'm working or whatever I'm doing, I'm going to the gym, example, right? Where are you going? What are you doing? Show me. Okay, I will show you just for you to be like happy. Okay, like your son is doing good. Like that's all they want. They want their son, their kids to do good things, you know? But unfortunately not here. Again, unfortunately.
The way your parents raise you plays like a huge role in the way you develop, you know, in your teen years, like 20s, 30s. Like that mental blueprint stays with you. Because let's just say, for example, you know, sometimes it's crazy because like a lot of times that sometimes your parents tell you, like they reward you for something good, it ends up being something bad for you in the long term because of the mindset. Not the actual thing, but the mindset. Let's just say someone, you know, you want to go play basketball, you know, it's like 10 p.m., right? And your mom is like, don't go play basketball, they're gonna steal your ball, or there's gonna be some people, you know, that, you know, do something to you, and then at the time you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna go, right? But then that specific reaction, your parents are gonna reward you, like, good job, like you're being a good boy, you're not doing anything bad, like
that's a treat.
Yeah, good job. Let's. This is like some V-Bucks for your Fortnite, right? So you're not gonna do anything, and then 3 years goes by, and then you're like, Mom, I want to go to this ice cream place, or I want to go on this date with this girl. Oh no, it's too early, or you know, it's dangerous. You know, it's not for your age. Boom, 3 years plus. Yeah, good job that you're not going. You know, here's like another $10. Go play video games with your friends. 5 years goes by, and then you know you want to go to a road trip, or you want to go to this city. Oh, it's too dangerous. You don't know anybody there. You see how it develops, and suddenly you're 30, and then you have taken no risks because you've been that good boy. You've been saying, yes, I'll do this because of this. You get like a chocolate or some money, and then you don't do it. But that's the downside of like, you know, following everything that your parents say. It's not necessarily that they want the bad thing for you, but it's just they want to like minimize the risks. But a lot of times you grow in those risks. You grow in those tough moments.
That's only way you grow.
Exactly.
You want to know what's funny? Those days, raising a child is like business. Have you heard that before?
Which one?
Raising a child is like business. Example: hey Steve, go pick up your shoes. I'll pick them if you give me $5. It's like this.
Yeah.
If my kid tells me this, I'll do exactly what my dad taught me. The backhand. The backhand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, you know, funny enough, when I was younger, I used to go bike with my dad. For no reason, my dad used to push me while I'm riding. I used to eat shit. I ate shit that day. Get up. I was crying. Get up. You're good. Continue. I was good. For no reason, he just pushed me. But that taught me, okay, sometimes you fall, you have to get up. It's all in your mind. They don't do that here. Here, like what you said, don't even go outside. It's better. Stay inside, play Fortnite, talk with no girls, learn no communications, and then wait to be rich. Wait till God, ask God, hey God, why am I not rich? Because I'm not doing any of that, fucking dumbass. Get up and do something with your life.
It's not going to be handed to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the government is going to save you.
The government is not gonna even do anything. Instead, it's taking money from us.
The tax system is crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
Whenever I first came here, they said, I'm not gonna talk about this, but you pay tax, so they fix the roads.
Yeah, supposedly roads. All bumps and cracks.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say anything else.
That's the smallest example. Yeah. Tell me about the roads.
Oh,
every bump, it's like there's bumps everywhere. Downtown, suburban areas, good areas, bumps. Beverly Hills, bumps. Where does this money go?
What's the point of buying a Lambo then here, or Ferrari? I will break it, and that's why the value goes down whenever I buy a car, because of all of the bumps and stuff.
It's crazy. So, I know you've gone through a lot of experiences, and you are like you had to take some responsibility for your family. You were looking for opportunities to focus on, and you got into the car business. You got into the real estate photography business.
Yeah.
So after you went through those businesses, what was like the next step you took? You were like, okay, this thing that I found now may be the one.
Cars, selling cars. Selling cars is a very dirty business. Like they're all trying to scam you somehow. Make sense?
Yeah.
They're all trying to scam you. Like they take the car on the test drive, they pull a wire, and then they say, oh, I want the car 10,000 cheaper because the wire is not working. It's dirty business. But it teaches you how to talk, how to see the guy, like to precipitate the other person's body language or everything around you. Do I like it? It's fun. It became fun. I like to argue with people. Sometimes I argue for no reason, just to prove, even though this guy is right. Like example, the AC is not working. Somehow I prove him wrong. Somehow. I'm very good at this. Somehow I prove that person wrong. Oh, it's not you, it's me. Example, it's not working because you didn't press this. Look, it's working now. And then he eats the bullshit. It's a dirty business. The only way to get through it is to be just like them. But I'm not like that in person. In person, I tend to do good. That's what makes me feel happy. I never tend to go to happiness. I never think, okay, I'm gonna do this to make me happy.
How do you feel? Because you just mentioned like the car business is a shady business. How do you feel about handling, let's just say, certain deals? Because that person, there's a good chance that person is doing something sketchy. Like, are you like, I'm gonna just basically do what you're doing, or you're gonna be like taking the approach of doing the right thing?
Have you ever heard doing the right thing sometimes is the bad thing?
In some situations, yeah.
In some situation, right. In this world, everyone is trying to scam you or rob you. This is how I see it. I'm always anxious. So whenever someone is doing such kind of stuff, right, I visualize what's happening. It's just like a chessboard. You visualize what's happening and you know what move he's playing on you. I do the wrong thing. And then he flips. He says, no, that's the right thing. Then why did you lie to me? Now I want my way. Make sense?
Yeah.
He said the AC is not working. He wants 10,000 less. He's being a dirty guy, right? Example. I say, no, it's right. He said, no. Why are you lying to me now? I said, oh, so you're lying. I flipped the whole thing on him.
Yeah.
And now I say, oh, since you lied and I put you inside the trap, now I want everything how I want. And this is how I win. They think they're slick. But with me, I don't really care about anything. I just go cuss him out. Some guy called me like this morning. I'm selling a car. He's like, hey bro, can I get it for 3,000? I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? It's $10,000 car. You want to take it. If you don't want it, leave. And he said, oh, you're being so cheap. I'm like, bro, you're the cheap one that came and asked me for 3,000. And he started cussing me out for no reason. I said, you know what? Don't ever call me. Have a wonderful life. Bye. I don't have time to waste. People love wasting time too. Time to piss me off.
I don't know if you're into metaphysics, like how like it's basically like the physics, the science of physics, right? Like how everything operates, how science basically connects with everything. But like there's like a deeper stuff that goes on with it. And what I was gonna say is that like I don't know if you read like these books that they talk about reality and reality creation and all those stuff, and it basically shows like how everything is connected, right? Like all is one is all, right?
Right.
And the first thing that the first principle, there's this book. It's called The Kabbalion, and it says the entire world is all mental, right? And it says like everything that you're experiencing in your life is a reflection of you within.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I notice personally a lot of times that whenever you're facing certain situations, if you're going through certain hardships, it's because we kind of created it from our own actions and our own thoughts and our own beliefs, so I feel like, for example, in dating or business, right, you're like, oh, this girl is gonna be cheating on me, right, and you have this fear of like cheating in your mind, or you're saying this guy is gonna do something shitty to me. You have that belief and thought. I feel like from my experience, the more you feed into that thought patterns, it always ends up being true, because there is this pattern in you that you want to prove yourself right.
Don't you think it's close to trust issues?
Well, yeah, it's close to trust issues, yeah.
Trust issues, yeah. No, I've heard about that. It happened to me multiple times.
Yeah.
But that's how you learn. Now, I used to be an overthinker. I used to overthink very hard about what's going to happen next. Oh, does she like me? Does she not like me? After you pass through everything, you just don't care anymore. Like those people outside this country, they don't go through everything here. Here is the most, fucked up place I've ever been. I met a lot of cool people. I met you. It's been months I've been wanting to meet you. Everyone rejected me. I don't know why. I'm trying to be in a podcast with everyone. Oh, they don't want to. Okay, piss off. I talked to you. You're very communicative and stuff. At first I overthought. Oh, I really want to. I hope it gets. I hope I get it. And then I texted you again, because that's what you have to do. Chase for what you want to do. Mm-hmm. You cannot stay in one place.
I don't think you chased. I think even with your goals, whatever you're doing, I don't think you necessarily chase. I think you become that person that is just the normal standard for you to get them. It's like you go to the gym. You're not like chasing a body. You're just putting in the work as the person that does it, and 2-3 years goes by, you're like jacked. Or you put in that same effort in your gym. You're not like focusing on this like ideal version of you. You just have you're doing it as let's just say the 10 out of 10 boxer, and you're like a 1 out of 10. Yeah. You just do it as this guy does, and over time you become this guy. And I feel like that's with everything.
Whenever you go to the gym, you're weak. Whenever you leave the gym, after years, you're strong. Whenever you're inside, whenever you're talking with someone, you lose, but then you learn how to talk. This is how I see everything. You have to lose first, multiple times, 100%. In order to succeed once. God sees it. This is how I see it. If God sees you sitting down, being lazy, doing absolutely nothing, He will not reward you with anything. If He sees you being an absolute unit, jacked, taking care of His body, becoming strong, like a soldier for Him, fighting for Him, and then trying left and right, He will reward you. The small success is very huge.
Yeah, it builds the momentum for sure.
Yeah.
You know what you said? You were like, you need to lose first. I think the most important part of losing and failing is that it teaches you what you don't want. What you don't want. 100%. So when you're there, you're like, I don't want to experience this situation. I hate this situation. That hate, that negative energy becomes the fuel to, carve the path that you actually want to go.
100%. 100%.
So after, like you said, you were looking for solutions, to kind of carve your path. You want to make it with your businesses. Yeah. You said you've been in the car business, the photography business. What was the next business that you went?
My next business at the moment is my athletic business, my athletic clothing brand. It's something it means a lot to me, and especially my school as well. I told you I teach people how to make money from strategies that I learned myself. I didn't get all those useless courses. I didn't spend all that money. I didn't have money to spend on courses. I had to figure it out by myself, and it worked. I figured it out, and then I have friends, students that they're friends. We go to the gym, we go out, we eat. They make 30,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month. All they have to do is not get distracted. That's all. That's all. This is me. I never get distracted, and I need to focus on my school and my clothing brand the most. And fighting, obviously. I'm gonna take the fighting to the next level. There's something I really not enjoy, I really want to do it, you know. You only earn respect whenever either you go to war and you come back, you fight. I want to earn that respect, you know. A lot of people need to figure out a way to gain respect, right? Like example, I'm a guy, or this guy is there's a guy here, right? In order to gain his friend's respect, he goes sleeps with 100 women. That's how he gets his respect. The way I get my respect from other people, I go fight. I become absolutely strong, big person. I teach them how to fight. They look up to me, you know? And I look up to them. You know, like example, I look up to you. Your physique, the way you talk.
Thank you.
This is how I learn from everyone around me. It's like physics too, you know?
You observe.
You grab everyone's energy and the way they talk, and then you put it in one, and then you learn it with inside, you know? A lot of they need a lot of work, those kids.
So with your clothing brand,
Yeah.
you noticed the gap, like, you know, in social media, and you felt like you can utilize it for your benefit.
You want to know what's funny? I actually want to say this, and I'm not scared to say it because a lot of people need to know. This is very important. Whenever I bought my first clothing brand, I started it with one hoodie. This one. The one that I gave you.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, okay, I have 800 followers on Instagram. My friends, they're gonna support me, you know, they're gonna be next to me, they're gonna all wear it, take pictures, they're gonna buy it, support me. You know what happened? They all asked me for a free hoodie. And you know what's even worse? They come up to me, oh bro, I miss you so much. They're in my circle. Everyone in my circle, they never supported. Anyone in your circle or in your circle, whatever you want to do, don't expect your friends or anyone, they're gonna help you. Next thing, they will come to you, hey, what's up bro, I miss you so much. There's a reason you miss me, because I'm never next to you. I don't want to be next to a person like you. Anytime you do a business, I'm supporting you, I'm investing in your business always. Every time I do something, they look at me and they laugh. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. They're all my fans at the end of the day. Haters, lovers, even for you, right? It's not easy what you do either. A lot of people will look at your content and they will laugh. A lot of people, they will look at it, oh, this is stupid. Try to get behind the camera, I dare you.
It's true. Not
Try posting every day, daily basis. I see you posting daily basis. It's not easy. But what they post, pretending to have fun in the club, pretending to have fun jet skiing or driving a car, they're not having fun. I traveled the world like last year. I went to Greece, I went the world, France, and then everywhere. You see all the girls on their phones. I promise you. One selfie, having fun, dancing, they close their phones.
Sitting like this.
Back to the boredness.
Yeah.
Same here. I see it here a lot.
Oh, here it's a lot. Restaurants.
I'm at the beach. Look, this is a picture at the beach. You turn off the phone. Should we leave?
we were on the beach for the picture.
Yeah, and guys are like that too, bro. What you talking about? No one lives their lives anymore. Either post content that people will learn or don't post at all.
You know, I don't think social media is the problem. I think it's like, remember earlier on we were talking about how people live for the image.
Yeah.
They do everything for the image, and this is basically a reflection of that. It's just in a different form.
100%.
They post certain things to get a certain reaction, and let's be honest. Like, I mean, I've done that too in the past.
Yeah,
you know, like
I've done that
for
too,
example,
yeah.
you know, like you go to the gym, you make some progress, you take some, you know, gym pictures or whatever you want to like show off. Like that's, you want to give a certain image, you know.
But that's at the end of your workout.
Yeah.
You're done with your workout. You already finished the first level of the day. Makes sense? I do that too. I post a lot of like shirtless pictures. But I'm done with my workout.
Yeah.
It's not I just started, I take a picture, I do 2 workouts
Earned
and I
it.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finish the whole workout. 1 hour workout, 2 hour workout, I'm jacked, picture, post it. That's different, you know?
No, I get your point for sure. Yeah, because like I feel like a lot of people, as you said, they go to the places instead of just enjoying being in the moment. It's showing that they're enjoying, not actually enjoying. Because a lot of times, if you're immersed in what you're doing, if you're playing music, if you're hiking, if you're running, if you're training, if you're in a beach, you're in the moment, just loving it. Like I don't. Unless you have like some secret, content crew that's just like constantly like the recording. You're like you just have to like always do this and do that. That's why like a lot of the content I feel like I used to make. I just realized it's like I don't want to live life like that. That I have to record everything in my life. I just don't want to do that. Comes off fake. Like like the morning routines and all those stuff. Like I get it why it works. It's a good content. Like people watch it, but it's not authentic. Like I don't want content to be separate than me.
Yeah.
I don't want to fake being someone else. I don't want to fake my lifestyle. I don't want to like fake that action I'm doing. Like I'm waking up, let's just say at 5 a.m. or something, and then like there's a camera already recording. But that's not actually. You woke up, you put the camera there, and then you went to your bed and you woke up again.
No, you know what's funny? Whenever people pretend that they're having fun, they only post it at the beginning of the event. How come they never post at the end? Have you ever thought of that? They post in the club example, right? They're having drinks and stuff. How come they never post whenever the drink is done?
Yeah, that's not the best part. They don't want to post. They get shit faced, blacked out. That's not the time you want to post.
If you want to post, show me that you're having fun.
Yeah, well, that's true. They don't post the L's,
Oh, bro, it's so funny.
I think that's why a lot of people don't start new things. I'm sure when you were like starting those businesses, you went through a lot of failures. Yeah. Even the ones that are already doing well, you still fail at them in certain things, right? So these failures, technically the ones that you're supposed to be ashamed of, they're good things for you, but people don't want to tell somebody, you know what, I made 50 videos, all of them got 3 views, 5 views.
People don't want to hear the bad, what's happening bad. They only want to hear what's happening good.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. Example, if you want to meet someone, you don't tell them, hey, I did 200 videos and one of them got 30 views. No, you tell them, I made a video, I got 300,000 views. The best one. People don't want, this is something I will teach everyone, and I will tell you this. Whenever you tell someone, hey, example, I have a new watch I'm selling, you don't tell them what's bad about the watch. You tell them why you need the watch.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, this is something I've learned on the way to where I am right now.
It's the same with dating, man. Like when you go on a date, you don't say, you know what, I sleep like, 12 hours a day, or I vape this. Like no one goes on a date says the worst things.
No one gives a fuck, bro.
Yeah, no one does.
No, bro. They wanna, whenever you're on a date, this is me. You don't just talk and talk and talk. Girls are simple. Let them talk. They get happy talking about themselves.
Yeah.
And then they ask you, oh, what do you do? Oh, I sell a car or two here. I'm fine. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
That's it. All you have to do is let them talk. That's it.
I see. How did you, we were on the social media topic. How did you realize there is an opportunity in social media that you can utilize for yourself or your business, that you like, you know what, I can use this in, on TikTok or on Instagram, I can use this to build something for myself?
Very good question. Whenever I first came here, 11 on Instagram, TikTok, I never had a good following. I never really cared. I was busy making something out of my life. Until something bad happened to me and I had no choice. I see everyone around me. I went to Americana the second day I first came here.
Yeah.
Everyone's on their phones. Thought to myself, oh bro, this person is on the phone. If I post something and it does good, everyone is gonna see it and everyone is gonna talk about it, right? I start thinking, okay, eventually I'm gonna learn how to sell something online.
Yeah.
I told you, I tried and I failed. Now, if I try again, now I know what the right thing to do, which I have big plans, like soon. but I know what thing to do. I've always see everything around me. Even whenever I go drink coffee or eat food, eat steak, right? I go to Malibu, I eat steak. Why did I eat the steak? Why did I come here? Why I didn't go to that place there? The view, the place, the music, the way people are talking, the suits, like everything around you, right? You will not go to a place where where there's nothing there.
Yeah.
This is how I started social media. I started social media, I did very bad. I was like, bro, what the fuck do I do on TikTok? Those people are doing millions of views by dancing. Bunch of stupid men are making billions of views on dancing. I'm not gonna dance. That's one thing.
No.
There's a reason why I started DJing a long time ago, because I'm a bad dancer. Bro, what do? I figure out a way. I'm not gonna say it, because I already told you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it on the cameras, but it is the stupidest thing ever. It's either you become a dumbass on the camera, or you do something that people will hate you. And there's one more thing where I'm not gonna say. Those are the two most common things.
Yeah.
I had to think, what can I do? I cannot be seen people looking at me like fucking, oh, that's the guy that dances.
Like those dances, for certain criteria of guys, they don't really care. They just are a certain type of people. But I think some of them do it because it's just them. You know, like I think at the end of the day, like everybody comes with their, like I don't think all of us are supposed to be the same.
Yeah.
Like if you're all doing the same thing, there's gonna be no new inventions, you know? As much as like I don't like certain people doing certain things,
yeah,
it's necessary for them to do it because you need to see the contrast. The contrast between people teaches you things. You are like saying you went to a restaurant, you go to this place, that place, you go to Americana, you look at people, you see them doing things. Maybe sometimes you don't agree with what they're doing, but you can always learn. For example, my cousin yesterday, we were out and he was saying like, you can always connect things. You can always connect dots. Like you're like, you know, this person is driving this, you know, this person maybe is doing this person has this skill, I have this skill. We can combine certain things. Earlier on, you were like, you know, like you sit down with your homies, instead of having like nonsense conversations, you have productive conversations. You're like, you know what, you're good at, you know, let's just say boxing, you're good at, you know, selling, you're good at, you know, making like gyms and, you know, offices and stuff. Let's make a gym, you know, like connecting dots together and boom, because you analyzed.
You know, it's very easy to make money. It's very easy. All you have to do is outwork everyone in this country. Listen how easy it is. Everyone is lazy. All you have to do is just get on the couch. Like example, you're going on morning walks. You're already better than 50% of the country.
It's crazy, man.
That easy. All you have to do is go on a walk earlier than everyone else.
Those small things compound, man. Like a lot of people don't do it, and then in 10 years, 20 years, they 15 pounds overweight, 20 pounds overweight, and then by year 15, they're like 30, 40 pounds, 50 pounds overweight.
They're laughing at you now. But after, because it's a stupid idea. No, whenever, I'm gonna be honest, whenever I saw your stories, I'm gonna be like, there's no way this guy is waking up at 3 a.m. going on a walk under the rain. I'm like, I wake up at 3:30. There's no way this guy woke up at 3.
Yeah.
I need to wake up at 3 now. There's no way this guy is beating me. I start waking up at 3. But the thing you start doing, waking up at 3 and then doing stuff that's unnormal to the normal human individual, you know? Unnormal to the individual. It will change the whole prospect of your path. It will give you a boost. You know?
Yeah. A lot of people, they talk shit about it. They think it's fake, but when you show like what you're doing, then they're like, oh, like he's not capping, you know?
Everyone here, you know what I've noticed here too? Everyone loves sleeping. Sleeping is my enemy. Do you know that? There's no way I can sleep.
How come?
I don't know. I think there is so many things in the world that is more important than just closing your eyes and doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's healthy sleeping, but if you have so many things to do in your life, right? How can you sleep?
You were saying like you spend a lot of time like in front of a computer doing work.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned like the social media stuff too. So like, how do you go about, you know, balancing work life and then also like maintaining the progress with your, you know, the businesses?
So basically, as a man, this is what my dad had taught me. You know, my dad, this is what example also what I see. My dad never has fun. He doesn't, not as sad as it sounds, he doesn't have a life, right? All he has to do, at least before, was to provide his family whether he wants it or not. So whenever someone tells me, go live your life, how can you go live your life if you're broke, example? How can you live your life whenever you have all of those businesses that they only work whenever you put work in? You only make money whenever you work. If I give you a job right now and tell you you're gonna make 20,000 each hour, how many hours do you work?
As much as I can.
24 hours. You never sleep, right? This is how it is. Someone tells me go live life. I say, okay, you go live life. Let me make the money that you're wasting your life. I'm making money. Example, right? They all waste their money on concerts and shit. Did you hear what happened in Coachella?
No.
Everyone is broke. Millions of people are broke.
I think it was like 60% of people are financing their tickets.
Financing their tickets. Why would you go pay that much money to watch if you don't have the money?
And it's not even something to watch, to be honest. What's going on there? Just
Bro.
random music, drugs, the things that you want to stay away from. Imagine paying for the things that you want to stay from.
You don't have the money. That's first thing. You don't have the money. How are you paying? Why are you spending? Why are you going to debt on something bullshit?
It's a different thing if you spend that on a coach or a mentor, you know, to elevate you.
Yeah, example. I'd rather spend my money on something that's gonna benefit me in something.
Yeah.
I've never been to any concert in my life.
Same.
Right? I never believed that, hey, let me go to a concert and then basically praise the guy that is singing, put my hands out and shut my lungs out. It doesn't work like that. This is against God's will. If God sees everything, right? If God sees you doing this, what do you think, what kind of disappointment do you think he's gonna feel towards those people? Right? It doesn't make sense, this country.
That's why, like, again, like, investing in yourself comes in clutch because, like, you have the choices to, you know, put that money, like, in places that's gonna, you know, imagine, like, you have two jars. Yeah. This jar, you put your money, energy, time. This accumulates you know, you get skills, you become a better person, you invest in things, you buy things that's actually benefiting you, right? And you have this jar that the things that you watch, the things that you buy, the things you eat accumulates, but it's actually holding you back.
Yeah.
Which jar are you gonna fill up?
So to answer your question, I don't really have fun. I don't balance my life and my business. My friends and I, like, we tend to like hang out together.
Yeah.
You say that's the only like an hour or two a week, you know. But one of us is on the laptop, and one of us is on a laptop, but we're next to each other.
Yeah.
Right. That's a hangout. Other than this, I don't sleep. I drink a lot of coffee. That's how I'm big and strong, because of coffee.
Extra protein in coffee.
And I only work like literally 15 to 20 hours. I'd rather work all night and sleep all day too. Like, I don't mind, but it never happened to me. I don't really have a life.
I don't know how you can spend all your time sleeping. That's just like crazy. Some people do that, but I literally saw a video today that somebody was like saying I sleep like a whole day basically.
You know, when I used to sleep a good 8 hours, and I still used to wake up tired. I go to sleep for 4 hours, I wake up with more energy. Explain that to me. The more I sleep, the more tired I get. The less I sleep, the more energy I have. Have you ever experienced that in your life?
Multiple times.
What's the point of sleeping 10 hours then? 8 hours?
I think a lot of times sometimes it's like, yeah, the amount you sleep, also like what do you do before sleeping? How do you even sleep? Like all those small things add up over time. Like people are eating like McDonald's like 10 minutes before sleeping. Like how do you expect your like quality of sleepy when your body's like spending all this time digesting something that's not even food?
Have you seen the video of McDonald's? It doesn't burn. It doesn't.
The one that they put for like 20,
Yeah.
30 years and just
Bro,
stays the same?
What is that, bro?
It's crazy.
What is that? And of course, if they can't sleep, all they did all the day is playing Fortnite
Yeah.
and wasting their dumb life on a video game, leveling up for no reason. You won't gain anything from it. Oh, I killed someone. Good job, dumbass. Good job.
Supposedly.
Now what?
Yeah.
Now what?
You used to play video games a lot? Or not?
I only used to play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Call of Duty and sometimes FIFA with my friends.
I was
Sometimes.
Battlefield, FIFA, Call of Duty, I think. Yeah, that was the main three.
But the
games.
whole fun of me playing video games with my friends was to cuss at the referee and cuss at each
Talk
other.
shit, yeah.
Like, that's the most funniest shit ever.
That's the best part.
We don't play to see who won. We
Yeah.
play to cuss each other out.
Talking shit about the referee.
Yeah, for no reason. That's the funniest, that's the best thing you can do Friday night, example. Not go out. I personally don't go out. You know, every Sunday I go to church. Friday, Saturday, I probably hang out with my friends. I only hang out with my brother. I'm always with my brother 24/7. I don't hang out. We work, we lift weights, we spar. Repeat.
Systems.
Systems. That's the only way you grow in life. If you wanna aim for happiness, as I said, you won't reach anywhere in life.
I see.
You won't achieve anything.
Those are the like principles that you gotta apply to to your business, in everything, right? And you said like you're working on your clothing brand. Like you mentioned that like you use social media to grow it, promote it, and you're like very big on this like sales. Like
Yeah.
I noticed the pattern. Like you're big on sales. You care about selling. Like putting your product, offer, anything out there for people to buy. What have you learned that's like out of all these experiences, something that you can always use no matter in which industry you're at? You can use that for selling something. It can be a cookie. It can be a Lambo. Anything.
Very good question. This whole thing of selling, as I told you, have you heard the test, Sell Me This Pen?
Yeah.
It's never about the pen, right? This cookie, it's never about what's inside the cookie. It's what's gonna make you feel after you eat the cookie, right?
The feeling.
The feeling. So whenever you eat a cookie, wow, it's sugar, it's tasty, it's nice, I want another one. Let me buy another one. Like a pen. It's comfortable. It's not, it writes, it writes, right?
Yeah.
If I don't have a pen, this is me. I want a pen, right? How do I write my ideas without a pen? This book, this pen. Why would I wear my clothing brand? Example, for a girl, the ass will show bigger. For a guy, the bicep looks bigger because of my shirt. You want to sell the feeling to the person. Even with cars. I have a Lambo. Look what this Lambo is gonna make you feel like. Right?
That's true.
You get it? Yeah, that's the only thing I can tell the people, to let their audience feel something.
I see.
From their product.
How do you go about making sure let's just say the person who wants to buy something, they feel the right emotion? Because there's been times that I tried to sell something, or I've been trying, someone was trying to sell something, and I got the wrong emotion, the feeling, or I gave the wrong emotion and they got threw off and they didn't buy anything.
So basically, this is how it goes in sales, right? If you didn't feel anything, right? I'm a very smart person. At least this is what I think about myself. If I lie about my product and you buy it because I showed you how it feels, you're gonna put bad review unless people are gonna buy from my stuff.
Yeah.
A smart person will never lie about the way it feels. It's not about only selling right now for one person. It's about keeping that same person buying more stuff, right? So the situation you had, right, were you selling or someone was selling to you?
Well, I'm saying both situations happen,
Yeah.
like, you know.
So if someone sold to you, this is why he lost a customer. Very important customer. That you might make him a millionaire eventually in the future by telling your friend. Next thing you know, you're all wearing the same thing, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But you didn't tell your friends because you lied. I'll give you one advice for you, right? Whenever you want to sell something, it's not about what you like. I learned that. If you post what you like, I don't like what you like, right? You have to see what other people will like. There's certain niches, audience, right? You focus on that audience. Example, fitness is one of the biggest audience in the whole world.
Yeah.
If you focus on fitness, you try selling shoes, right? The first time it didn't work. Try a different strategy, a different feeling. There's a lot of feelings.
Insecurity, pride, ego.
Why makeup is the number one in the world?
Covering insecurities.
Covering insecurities. Now you know what Nike are doing? Posting fat models on their page so fat people will buy it more. Calvin Klein, they're all used to have six packs and fucking hot chick. Now it's all fat people. Look it up.
Fat piece of bacon.
I don't want to say bad word. No, it's fucking, it's horrible.
I get it.
Sell insecurity, and people can relate. Hey, I'm fat, this guy is fat, and this guy is fat, buy this fat shit.
I think using the emotions and let's just say insecurity, pride, whatever it is, I think it's a good vehicle to get people attracted to your product, but I feel like there are companies, people that they misuse that power. They give shitty products and that they end up having a bad reputation or they don't deliver on the product. But some people actually use that to lure the people in, but they deliver. They give quality people to enhance their life. So
Quality,
they gotta,
It's not, have you heard quantity like changes your life? So there's a meaning, there's a saying says, not quantity, quality.
Quality over quantity?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
What I say, get the quantity to give them quality. You have to give them the quantity. You have to get the quantity first.
How so?
If you don't have money, right? At least this is how I started. Quantity will bring more people. Oh, I have more products. I can make them seem like it's not to sell though. The quantity is not to sell. It's to attract thousands of people, of audience. And then whenever you attract all that 1,000, you convert that quantity product to quality. You change it all. You don't have to start with a product. You never start with a product. Whenever you buy something, you're already losing in your business. A business is only a business whenever money comes in your pocket.
Yeah.
So whenever you first start a business, right, the first thing you have to think, how can I put money in my pockets? Even though if I don't have the product. This is how I started, right? I'll give you an example. A bag, right? I don't have a bag, but I sold 50, 60, right? 60 bags. From their money, the quantity of people and the products, I can get the quality from their money. I never use my money.
So you pre-sell things, you sell the ideas first, and then when it's proven, you implement.
You get the quantity, and then you sell the quality.
Nah, that makes sense. What would you recommend for someone they lost everything, or they don't have anything? They're like step 1, step 0. You know, like they have no money, no resources, no people, no connections.
They never started anything. at all.
They either didn't start or they lost everything, right? They're stop zero, right?
I'm gonna start with the first one that they didn't start.
Yeah, how would they go about it?
The first thing you have to do is go to the gym. The first thing, gym teaches you discipline, pain, how to go through the pain. Because hey, the first day in the gym, you get sore the next day, right? And you have to go through with that
Again and again
and again and again and again. Second, which is the hardest, is not only the gym. Eat properly. I've never seen anyone that eats properly, hit the gym, is respectful to his family, prays to God, and works hard ever fail in life. But all you have to do is get off the couch. But the person that has everything and lost it, like example, if I lost everything, I will laugh at it because I've already went through it. I will do the exact same step that got me outside the mud. Right? I tried so many things, I've learned from them. Now take away everything, I'll get out easily because I already went through that.
You know the blueprint.
Exactly. It's already there. But the hardest thing is to start. I'll tell you, it was so hard. Whenever I started my businesses, I didn't know what I'm doing. A lot of people were laughing at me. I told you, all my friends that they call themselves friends were like, oh, what's up, bro? I love you so much after 2 years, right? It's all you have to do is get on the couch and do something productive.
So I've heard this pattern a lot that every time I ask people, they're like, start. Just start, take that first step, and then just show up every day. Maybe it's not perfect. Maybe you're failing. Maybe you're struggling. Maybe you're facing adversity. But keep showing up. Keep showing up. One day, one door is going to open. One day, one opportunity is going to come up. Then you can capitalize on that. But just take that action first and show up every day.
I want to say something. Whenever I used to go to the actual gym, I used to go to a gym, not my garage. I used to see either skinny person or a fat person, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of fit people. I never made fun of anyone. I respected the person. I see, as I told you, I see everything. I see what they're doing. They're trying to become a better person. But also I see how other people are looking at them and judging them. You started like that. The fit person started like that. Why are you making fun of them? This is one of the reasons also why people don't go to the gym. Insecurities, people make fun of them. All you have to do is ignore them, just like how I said, or how you said also. You have to ignore your surroundings, be confident, and just go, whether they make fun of you or not. At the end of the day, the karma is going to follow them. God will see everything. The karma is going to teach them a lesson.
Yeah, I never understood why would people belittle someone who's trying to take action, even if it's not the, perfect move, perfect decision, perfect action, the fact that they showed up, they made the intention to do something with themselves, even any industry, any job, that's respect right there,
Respect. People are so, you know what it is? Whenever people judge you or they talk about you, it's because this is something they don't have. Make sense?
Yeah.
Whenever someone makes fun of you, as we talked, you can clip it, but I'm just telling you, you can take it out. Whenever someone is making fun of you because of your clips, because they cannot do it.
So everything, man, why would they hate on you if they didn't have it,
A millionaire, if you go tell a millionaire, I want to become a millionaire, he will not laugh at you. The others will. Go tell any bodybuilder, anyone. I'm not really good with their names.
Yeah.
I want to have a six-pack. I want to be like you. You think he's going to laugh at you? No way. Not possible. Yeah.
That's crazy because people are always they want to do something that you want to do. They want to improve at themselves. They have the desire, but because they're lazy, as you said, or they don't have the courage. A lot of times you have to be courageous to take that action. They're gonna make fun of you because you take that action. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna show it our results. Actions speak louder than words. Do you have any closing words for the people?
Stay away from drugs. Hit the gym. learn new things every day, get out of the couch, stop playing video games, and always listen to your parents. God is watching every single move. Thank you for listening.
Of course, my pleasure.